As of early 2026, the Harley-Davidson 752RR has become one of the most talked about motorcycles on the internet, not because Harley officially unveiled it, but because it represents something many riders never thought they'd see from this legendary American brand. The truth is, the 752RR isn't a production motorcycle you can walk into a dealership and buy today. It exists as a digital concept, a highly polished vision of what Harley-Davidson could build if it decided to step aggressively into the modern middleweight performance segment. And that alone is enough to spark serious conversation. This concept is widely linked to Oberdon Bezzi, a renowned automotive and motorcycle designer famous for his hyper-realistic what-if creations. Bezzi's designs are known for one thing above all else: they feel believable. They don't look like wild fantasy sketches disconnected from engineering reality. Instead, they look like motorcycles that could roll onto a showroom floor tomorrow if the brand behind them made the call. The Harley-Davidson 752RR fits perfectly into that tradition, blending Harley's muscular DNA with sharp, modern sportbike aggression. Visually, the 752RR is a complete departure from what most people associate with Harley-Davidson. There's no long, low cruiser stance, no excessive chrome, and no retro nostalgia overload. Instead, the design screams modern performance. The bodywork is tight and athletic, with sharp lines, an aggressive fuel tank shape, and a compact tail section that looks built for speed. The front end feels predatory, with a sport bike-inspired stance that puts weight over the front wheel, suggesting confidence in corners rather than relaxed highway cruising. What makes the concept especially interesting is how it still manages to feel like a Harley. The muscular proportions, the thick mechanical presence, and the sense of torque-focused intent are all there. It doesn't look like Harley trying to copy a Japanese or European sport bike. It looks like Harley reinterpreting performance through its own lens, which is exactly why this concept resonates so strongly with both loyal fans and new generation riders. Speculation around the engine is where things get really exciting. While no official specifications exist, most discussions point toward a liquid-cooled powerplant inspired by Harley-Davidson's Revolution Max platform. This engine family already powers the Sportster S and the Pan America 1250, proving that Harley is no longer afraid of high-revving, performance-oriented designs. In the case of the 752RR, the idea is a middleweight engine in the 700 to 800 cc range, designed to compete directly with bikes like the Yamaha MT7, KTM 790 Duke, Ducati Monster, and even entry-level sport bikes. If Harley ever built something like this, it would represent a strategic shift. The middleweight segment is one of the most competitive and influential markets in motorcycling today. It's where young riders enter premium brands, where performance meets affordability, and where brand loyalty often begins. A Harley in this space wouldn't just be another motorcycle, it would be a statement. Despite all the excitement, it's important to be clear that the 752RR remains a concept. Harley-Davidson has not announced it, teased it, or hinted at production plans. However, that doesn't mean Harley is standing still. The official 2026 Harley-Davidson lineup shows a company that is evolving faster than many people realize. One of the most significant announcements is the return of the Harley-Davidson Sprint name. This new entry-level motorcycle is positioned as a budget-friendly option, priced around $6,000, aimed at attracting younger riders and first-time buyers. Reviving the Sprint name is a clever move, blending heritage with accessibility while opening the door to a new audience that may not have considered Harley before. In the touring world, Harley has doubled down on refinement and technology. The Road Glide and Street Glide Limited receive major updates, including the Milwaukee 8117 engine and the latest Skyline OS infotainment system. These bikes remain unmistakably Harley, but they now offer a level of digital integration and performance polish that keeps them competitive in a rapidly evolving market. The trike lineup also sees its biggest transformation in nearly 2 decades. The Road Glide 3 and Street Glide 3 Limited undergo major redesigns, proving that even niche segments are getting serious attention. This shows that Harley isn't just focused on one type of rider, it's refining its entire ecosystem. Then there's the Sportster S and the Pan America 1250, two motorcycles that already hint at the mindset behind a concept like the 752RR. The Sportster S shattered expectations by delivering aggressive performance and modern styling under a legendary nameplate. The Pan America surprised nearly everyone by becoming a genuinely competitive adventure touring bike. These motorcycles prove that Harley is capable of stepping outside its comfort zone without losing its identity. That's why the 752RR concept feels less like a fantasy and more like a preview of a possible future. It represents the idea of Harley-Davidson embracing speed, agility, and modern performance while still retaining its core personality. It asks an important question: what if Harley decided to go all in on a middleweight performance machine? For younger riders, this idea is especially appealing. Many riders today love Harley's heritage but feel disconnected from the size, weight, and price of traditional models. A bike like the 752RR could act as a bridge, offering Harley attitude in a lighter, sharper, more affordable package. It could redefine what people expect when they hear the Harley-Davidson name. At the same time, longtime Harley fans might see this as a natural evolution rather than a betrayal. The brand has always adapted to survive, from the early flat-track racers to the muscle bikes of the past. Performance has always been part of Harley's story, even if it's often overshadowed by cruising culture. So while the Harley-Davidson 752RR may not be real in a production sense, it's very real in terms of influence. Concepts like this shape conversations, test audience reactions, and sometimes quietly guide design language inside companies. Whether or not this exact bike ever becomes reality, the excitement around it sends a clear message: riders are ready to see Harley push boundaries. The future of Harley-Davidson doesn't have to abandon its roots to move forward. If anything, concepts like the 752RR suggest a future where heritage and high performance can coexist. And if Harley ever decides to bring something like this to life, it could mark one of the most important chapters in the brand's modern history. Until then, the 752RR remains a powerful idea, a digital vision that challenges expectations and fuels imagination. And sometimes, that's exactly how real revolutions begin.